everybody, welcome to the dungeon. My name is Robin and today is Lampworking 101.45. Today I just keep looking at historical vessels and admiring this Italian cane. It's just gorgeous. I have a few more for you, so be patient with me and I'll get off this cane kick. But for right now, I want to show you guys how to make the Zanfirico cane, which is a complex cane that a lot of times has an inside and an outside twist, but I am just going to simplify it today and just do an outside color twist. This is a really nice surface treatment for any bead that you want to enhance or any shape that you want to give a little flair to. So I do hope you try this at some point, and I think you will like it for sure. I hope that you guys are all doing well out there in the world right now. And I'm thinking of all of you. And I just wanted you to know that. And I care about all of you very much. And I want you to all stay safe. So on that note, I will see you next time in the dungeon. All right, we're gonna start by making the cane, the Zanfirico. I just love the way this comes out, you guys. It really, you should try this even if you have a couple lines on the outside. But in order to do this, you can do it with any color you want to. You probably want to do a opaque color and encase it in clear. Here I am using an intense black. And when I pull the intense black out, it just stays really, really dense. And that's why I have decided to use this one. So I make sure that I have enough to draw some, 6 or 8 lines on this little bit of glass that we're about to pull out here. All right, once that cools down, go ahead and break it in half so it's ready to go. And then we're going to build up a nice big plug of clear. We want a nice gather of clear so we have enough to draw these lines on. And I just take my time. I like to use a thicker rod of clear for jobs like this. Kind of helps it to go by a little quicker. I'm going to roll it out a little bit so I have somewhere to draw these lines on a little easier. And I'll start at the very end and go all the way to the tip of the rod. Make sure that when you place the initial stringer on there, it's touching the neck area of that bit of glass. I think I put like maybe 8 on here. Yeah. It doesn't matter how many lines you put on, really. You can do 4 or 8. Either way, when you're ready, you want to flip this over. So you want to punty up on one side and take the other side off. And then make sure that this end is nice and clean. So use your tweezers to pull out this end so all of those lines come together. And then you can go ahead and punty up on this end. Make sure your rods don't go in too deep, okay? Now here, all we need to do is keep your ends cooler than the center, but all your heat is in the center. And then slowly start to twist first. Give it a nice twist first. And then start to pull. Gosh, I just think this looks so cool when you pull it out, guys. It's a really exciting, interesting cane. It's just a great way to start making complex cane. There are other types of Zanfirico that have a color running down the center, which really looks great too. Well, I wanted the bead to be a nice shape, kind of a special shape, not round or just square or something. I wanted to be able to enhance the look of the cane. So I'm using this dusty rose that I found a rod of, and I thought it was a nice light color to really show off the cane. You don't want to use a dark color behind this cane because it's black. Now if you make the cane with white, you can use, you know, a whole different range of colors. So I'm building up this bead in the way I am thinking I want it to be shaped. A small end and a large end. Kind of like an hourglass shape. So I'll add the glass where I want to and then start to heat in those two specific areas. Trying to keep the heat away from the tightest point. I use my torch often to create different patterns, well, I guess shapes in the glass. I use it to shape my glass with. Now once I have that nice shape, I'm going to just heat the end of the cane up and feed it right into the glass. The cane is right just in the flame enough to where it starts to move. I'm below the flame right now. And then my next cane, I just start to heat it up and feed that one right in. I used the whole cane pretty much that I made. So I'm glad I made enough. Now, what I want to do is heat everything up nice and slow, take my time, and just let that cane completely melt itself into the color behind it. This is really kind of crucial. I take my time right here because I don't want to overheat any of my pattern or any of the clear. And then I'll go ahead and use my torch head to shape it a little bit more. I want to keep that curvy area in there. But I also want to make sure that the shape is just right, so when I go to put the clear on, I don't have to, the shape is, just make sure you got a good looking shape before you put your clear on. You can almost see that pattern in there of this cane. It's like a fishnet pattern. It's just amazing to see. So the way I'm going to apply the clear, because it's an odd shape, I'm going to, you know, do the twist and turn here, twisting that clear glass right into the flame and just feeding it in and turning it and melting it onto your bead. Make sure that the bead is not hotter than the clear that you're putting on it, or you'll smear the pattern. Now, at this point, you know, when you heat a bit of glass up like this, you can start to see hotter spots, and that might be where the color could be possibly not covered by clear, so I'll make sure that I add clear in any spot that I think the color might be showing, because I don't want that color to wick up into the surface and ruin everything. Now once I have that, there's actually quite a bit of, not really frustration here, but there's quite a bit that I cut out of just shaping. So keep in mind that when you're trying to make a bead that is not, you know, let's say a simple shape, it's more of a complex shape, don't get frustrated. You're going to spend time shaping it back up, especially if you add clear to it. And a lot of this, I hope you see, is just I'm working on one side of the bead and then the other side of the bead, making sure that I'm only heating up what I absolutely need to and working the center only when I need to. And once I have the shape right where I want it, I decided I wanted a little bit more focal play with this Zanfirico cane. And so I'm going to add some large clear dots on it so we can get some really cool visuals of how this cane looks underneath like a microscopic condition. I must say that adding these dots made this whole bead come alive. It just looked so cool, you guys. I'm just smiling right now, watching it all happen. Adding different color or different size dots also kind of helps things look a little interesting. I want to keep these nice and raised up. The more dots that you put on there of clear, or the larger, if you want to continue to add more, then, you know, add more. It can only look cooler from here. I'm just going to heat this up, and we are done with this great Zanfirico. Thanks for watching, you guys. See you next time.